Hey there, awesome viewers! Are you ready for an incredible story that will warm your heart and make you smile? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive into a tale that proves kindness is alive and well in Hollywood. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss out on more amazing stories like this one. Now let's set the scene. Picture a busy street in Los Angeles, cars zooming by, and people rushing to their next destination. But wait, who's that we see? It's none other than the famous actor Keanu Reeves. But today, he's not on a movie set. No, he's about to become a real-life hero in a way that shocked everyone around him. Before diving into video, tell us your country name and comment where you're watching from. As Keanu was walking down the street, something caught his eye. A young woman was struggling with several heavy grocery bags. She looked tired and overwhelmed, trying to juggle the bags while keeping an eye on her little boy who was bouncing around excitedly. Keanu could have easily walked by, like many others did. But that's not who Keanu is. Without hesitation, he changed course and headed straight for the woman and her son. Imagine the woman's surprise when she looked up to see Keanu Reeves standing in front of her with a warm smile. "Hi there," he said in his friendly voice. "Those bags look pretty heavy. Would you like some help carrying them?" The woman's eyes went wide with shock. Was this really happening? Was Keanu Reeves, the star of The Matrix and John Wick, offering to help her with her groceries? Without waiting for an answer, Keanu gently took most of the bags from the woman's arms. "Lead the way," he said with a grin. As they walked, Keanu chatted with the little boy, asking him about his favorite superheroes and making him laugh. People on the street couldn't believe their eyes. Some even took out their phones to capture this heartwarming moment. But Keanu didn't care about the attention. He was focused on helping this mother and making her day a little easier. When they reached the woman's apartment building, Keanu insisted on carrying the bags all the way up to her door. The woman, who introduced herself as Sarah, was overwhelmed with gratitude. "Mr. Reeves, I can't thank you enough," she said, her eyes glistening with tears. Keanu just shook his head and smiled. "Please call me Keanu, and there's no need to thank me. We're all in this together, right?" He then knelt down to high-five the little boy before saying goodbye. As Keanu walked away, he had no idea that his simple act of kindness would soon go viral. Sarah shared her story on social media, and within hours, it had been shared thousands of times. People from all over the world were touched by Keanu's actions. Many commented on how refreshing it was to see a celebrity using their fame to spread kindness rather than just for personal gain. When reporters later asked Keanu about the incident, he seemed surprised by all the attention. "I just saw someone who needed help," he said with a shrug. "Isn't that what we're all supposed to do for each other?" His humble response only made people love him more. It showed that for Keanu, being kind wasn't about getting attention or praise. It was simply about being a good human being. Keanu's act of kindness teaches us all an important lesson. You don't have to be a famous actor or have lots of money to make a difference in someone's life. Sometimes the simplest acts of kindness can have the biggest impact. Imagine how different the world would be if we all took a moment to help someone in need, just like Keanu did. A helping hand, a kind word, or even just a smile can brighten someone's day and create a chain reaction of kindness that is so. The next time you see someone struggling with groceries, or looking lost, or just having a bad day, remember this story. Channel your inner Keanu and offer to help. You never know how much your simple act of kindness might mean to that person. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced an act of kindness that touched your heart? Or have you been the one to help someone in need? Share your stories in the comments below. Let's spread some positivity and inspire each other to be kinder every day. Keanu Reeves' simple act of helping a single mother with her groceries did more than just make one person's day better. It sparked a conversation about kindness and inspired people around the world to look for opportunities to help others. In the days following the incident, social media was flooded with #BillLikeKeanu posts. People shared stories of how they were inspired to perform their own acts of kindness. From paying for a stranger's coffee to helping an elderly neighbor with yard work, the ripple effect of Keanu's actions was truly amazing. In a world that can sometimes feel cold and uncaring, stories like this remind us of the good in humanity. They show us that no matter how famous or busy we all have the power to make a positive difference in someone's life. Keanu Reeves with his down-to-earth personality and genuine kindness, has become more than just a beloved actor. He's become a symbol of what it means to be a good person in today's world. Inspired by Keanu's actions, we want to challenge you to a 7-day kindness challenge. For the next week, try to do one kind thing each day. It doesn't have to be big. Remember, Keanu's act was as simple as carrying groceries. Here are some ideas to get you started. Compliment a stranger. Help a neighbor with a chore. Leave a kind note for someone. Donate to a local charity. Offer to babysit for a busy parent. Share a meal with someone. Simply listen to someone who needs to talk. You might be thinking, how can such small acts really make a difference? Well, let's think about it this way. Imagine you're having a really tough day. Everything seems to be going wrong, and you're feeling pretty down. Then, out of nowhere, a stranger smiles at you and says, "I hope you're having a great day." Suddenly, your mood lifts a little. That tiny act of kindness just made your day a bit brighter. Now, imagine if everyone did something like this every day. The world would be filled with millions of these small, kind acts. And all those little acts add up to create a much kinder, happier world for all of us. Here's another cool thing about kindness: it's contagious. When we see someone being kind, it inspires us to be kind too. It's like a domino effect of goodness. So, when Keanu helped that mom with her groceries, he didn't just help her. He inspired thousands of people to be kinder in their own lives. And guess what? You can start that domino effect too. Your act of kindness might inspire someone else, who then inspires someone else. And before you know it, you've started a whole chain of kindness. Did you know that being kind doesn't just help others? It makes you feel good too? It's true. Scientists have found that when we do something nice for someone else, our brains release chemicals that make us feel happy. So, by being kind to others, you're actually being kind to yourself too. Sometimes, the world can seem pretty scary or sad. We hear about bad things happening on the news, and it can make us feel helpless. But that's when kindness becomes even more important. By being kind, we can bring a little light into the darkness. We can remind each other that there's still good in the world. Remember, Keanu's act of kindness happened on just an ordinary day. He didn't wait for a special occasion or a crisis. He saw an opportunity to help, and he took it. We can all do the same in our everyday lives. One of the best things about kindness is that it doesn't have to cost any money. Keanu didn't buy anything for the mom he helped. He just carried her groceries. Some of the kindest acts are completely free. A smile, a kind word, holding the door for someone, letting someone go ahead of you in line, giving a compliment, listening to a friend who's having a tough time. These things don't cost a penny, but they can be priceless to the person receiving them. Another amazing thing about kindness is that it crosses all boundaries. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you're from, what language you speak, or what you believe in. Kindness is a language that everyone understands. It connects us all as human beings. When Keanu helped that mom, he didn't know anything about her. She could have been from any country, any background, but it didn't matter. He saw another human being who needed help, and he helped. It's that simple. While we're talking about kindness, let's not forget about being kind to ourselves. Sometimes we can be our own worst critics. But just like we show compassion to others, we need to show compassion to ourselves too. So, as you go out and spread kindness in the world, remember to be kind to yourself as well. Celebrate your own acts of kindness, no matter how small they might seem. Pat yourself on the back for trying to make the world a better place. As we come to the end of this heartwarming story, let's take a moment to appreciate not just Keanu Reeves, but all the everyday heroes out there who perform acts of kindness without seeking recognition. Remember, you don't need to be famous to make a difference. Each one of us has the power to create positive change in the world, one small act at a time. So, let's all try to be a little more like Keanu. Not for the fame or the glory, but simply because it's the right thing to do. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Until next time, keep spreading kindness wherever you go. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind.